Right, hello guys, you're watching The Geek Assemble, and today we're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, number 1, number 2, and number 3, which is Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Revenge, and Dreamworks. Now, from the get-go, I'm just going to give you brief thoughts. Number 1, number 2, number 3, that is literally my thoughts on these ones. I've watched them, just finished it now, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I started this at 11 something, 10 something I think, but anyway. Yeah, the first one got me just going, oh, okay. And this number 2 was a real force to get through. And number 4 was, okay. Because, I don't know, it didn't really scare me for one. Two, like Scream or Chucky or even Halloween, it kind of connects, whereas this didn't connect. I mean, we've got bloody 7 movies, and I think a reboot I've got to watch to get through and watch for the first time. And yeah, I don't think it connects so far. Was this originally meant to be a trilogy? Obviously, there's 7 more. There's 7 of the original. So yeah, I'm watching this for the first time. I'm a noob, but I'm just going into it with them thoughts of the only thing that connects is a main character from the first film coming back for the third one, and then she gets killed off. It's like, oh. But anyway, so first film thought it was really cool. Of such, like, it's an average film for me, but I thought like it had cool ideas there, like with the gang, of course, and their dreams, and some of the lads just being lads and don't want them to admit it, and we kind of follow a main character that gets killed off, and then you're like, okay, and then it comes to the best friend being the main character, which I thought was refreshing and nice. Of course, this main character is the only one that ends up surviving throughout the whole film. She goes for a lot. She loses all her friends. She loses a boyfriend, and then she also loses a mom. And the dad sees her lose the mom, which splits her and her dad kind of up because the dad doesn't want to admit what he's just seen. So it really just leaves this kid messed up and harsh for her. But also, she writes a book, and everyone thinks she's mad and stuff. And then in the third one, she has no career. She is up there. She's going and she's helping those against Freddy. And then now she's dead. But anyway, I thought she was a brilliant character, just saying from the get. But the interesting deaths was interesting. However, the end credit scenes, you could say, the endings for the first one and the second one, where Freddy comes back and basically kills them all, it's kind of linked as like a little thing, even though they stop Freddy and then he's suddenly back at the end and trashes everything, and then the film ends. That's kind of not canon, or at least in my mind, or how I see it, is not canon, because you have literally Freddy being defeated, then something happens where he just kills everyone. But then the second one, the original actors referenced and made a book to help the characters in the second one do what they need to do. And then, of course, in the third one, it's not referenced. So, literally, that end credit scene from the first one, not canon. Second one, suddenly Freddy takes you with the bus, as you will, not canon. So, yeah, it's a bit iffy and weird on that one. Let me know in the comments. Obviously, I'm only up to the third one. I've stopped for the night because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I need to sleep. But and that's why I'm only reviewing 1 to 3 at the moment. Also, I'm ill, so sorry if my throat's a bit. But yeah. So, Freddy. I think Freddy's a cool character. I like his aspect, and he's quite easy to understand. He exists to scare you. He feeds off that and enjoys it. At least what I'm getting from this, that's what it is. And the moment you're not scared of him anymore, the moment you're not afraid and you stand up to him, he's weak and he starts to die of such. And what left him fading in the first one, because the main character defeated him by standing up to him, not believing and stuff like, or believing in him but like not being scared of him and standing up. I guess you will. Obviously, he takes a mom as revenge for that, but even though the second one's called Revenge and it has nothing on revenge on her, so okay. But anyway, in the second one, he's basically took over the boyfriend, and from this point, he's took over the boyfriend, and the boyfriend's mainly doing the work, and that's why I feel like this movie flops with the second one. I feel like the second one really does flop with the aspect of it just dragging out and the process. There's some cool stuff where Freddy breaks out of that character, that person at one point, and kills the guy in the room. But they are they have got some interesting deaths in this, and I wouldn't say there's any one bad death. There's always something interesting going on creative wise, even if the CGI is a bit naff. Or if I'm guessing for its time, it's pretty cool and interesting to see, and definitely experimental. It feels like, what are they smoking when writing this? But in the best enjoyable way. Like, eat throughout all three, throughout all three, even with the puppet one in the third film and stuff. That's a bit wow with a CG, but like the aspects and the levels they're going through and the different ways they can try and make Freddy do something, but I'm just not scared of him. I don't know why. It just doesn't intrigue me at all. But I think the only thing it made me do is, whilst I'm watching this, I'm scared of Chucky coming off there and coming for me when watching these films. That's the only thing I'm thinking in my head right now. So I don't know whether that Fred maybe, I don't know. That's the only thing that scares me when watching Nightmare on Elm Street, to be fair. Anyway, going past that, I think with the second one as well, the characters aren't as interesting, and it's a bit naff, really. The school setting and stuff, and yeah, with the third one bringing the OG dad back and the OG character was cool. The mental asylum thing, the people that are stuck and the people trying to help are actually not really nice people, apart from one, and manage to convince him, and then he loses his job anyway, so it doesn't really help there. But I like the dream aspect and bringing all the characters in. Having cringy superhero powers, though, is not a jam. It really does not work, and it's like, oh, really? Yeah, and also Freddy gets defeated by the kid who doesn't speak throughout the whole film, and then suddenly speaks to defeat. No. Obviously, I'm good about the main character dying, but also it's like it was still weak. There wasn't much there. As much, like, it was such a better plot than the second film, but I found the third one to just be alright. Yeah. Definitely not as good as the first one, which I find the first one I'm giving a 5 out of 10. The second one I'm giving a 3 out of 10. I don't know whether I should knock it to a 2, but I'm going for a 3. I would not watch again. The third one, I'm going to a 4 out of 10, just because I don't think it's as good as the first one, and I think the first one's just average. So I really hope it steps up the game later on. That's just my thoughts and opinions, guys, on Nightmare on Elm Street 1, 2, and 3. There's not much else to talk about. I like the deaths, I like the creativity, I like Freddy, I like the OG character. I think she was great. I think the first characters were great, the second ones were and the third ones are with characters. But yeah, also there's John Wick character, which I noticed, and the guy from the Matrix, which is pretty cool. Jump scare from a cat there. Bloody hell, Missy. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, I will see you guys for a review on anything and everything geeky and horror, I guess. I will continue my Elm Street marathon very soon. Let me know what you think down below. See you guys next time.